Hey there, wrestling fans. Get ready for an adrenaline-packed ride as we dive into the heart-pounding world of WWE. Today, we're unveiling jaw-dropping moments where WWE superstars turned into real-life heroes, saving their opponents from danger. Can you imagine the bravery it takes to step into that ring? But what happens when the action gets too intense? Stay tuned as we uncover 10 more unbelievable instances where these wrestlers went above and beyond to ensure safety. Are you ready to be amazed? Let's jump right in. Fandango saves Cody Rhodes from head trauma. And you see, Cody Rhodes, a wrestler known for his high-flying moves, was facing off against Fandango in a match. Everything seemed to be going according to plan until Cody decided to take a big risk. He climbed up to the very top rope, preparing to leap off and perform a moonsault, a move where he flips through the air and lands on his opponent. But there was a problem. Fandango was standing way too far away for Cody to reach him with his move. If Cody went through with the moonsault, he would have crashed down hard onto the mat, risking serious injury, maybe even head trauma. Luckily, Fandango saw what was about to happen. Without hesitating, he dashed across the ring and positioned himself just in time to catch Cody midair. By doing this, Fandango managed to slow down Cody's fall, preventing him from crashing onto the mat with full force. Thanks to Fandango's quick reflexes and keen observation, Cody avoided a potentially serious injury. It was a moment of bravery and sportsmanship that showed how even in the heat of competition, wrestlers can look out for each other's safety. And for Cody Rhodes, it was a lucky escape from what could have been a painful accident. Ryback catches Kalisto before a collision. In the wild world of wrestling, where every move counts, sometimes accidents happen. One wrestler who's had his fair share of mishaps is Ryback. Known for his brute strength and not always the best timing, he's made a few mistakes in the ring that have ended up causing harm to his opponents. But in the midst of all that, there was one moment in 2016 that showed a different side of Ryback. It was during the pre-show of Payback, and Ryback had his eyes set on the US title, held by Kalisto at the time. The match was intense, with both wrestlers giving it their all. But then came a moment that could have spelled disaster. Kalisto, known for his high-flying moves, attempted a springboard corkscrew plunge at Ryback outside the ring. It was a daring move, but unfortunately, he didn't quite nail the timing. As he soared through the air, it became clear he was going to fall short of his target. Ryback, who was just out of reach for Kalisto's dive, could have just stood back and watched as his opponent crashed hard onto the unforgiving floor or canvas. But he didn't. In a split second, Ryback reacted. Realizing the danger Kalisto was in, Ryback sprang into action. He rushed forward, catching Kalisto midair and cushioning his fall. It was a moment of quick thinking and selflessness that often goes unnoticed in the world of wrestling. At that moment, Ryback wasn't just a powerhouse with a reputation for accidents. He was a hero, saving his fellow wrestler from potential serious injury. Thanks to his swift actions, Kalisto walked away unscathed, his career intact, and the possibility of paralysis averted. Bret Hart to the rescue. Skill and determination of both wrestlers. Yet, behind the scenes, a crisis was brewing. The British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, was not in peak condition. Unbeknownst to the spectators, he had spent the previous night. As exhaustion took its toll, the Bulldog confessed to Bret Hart his incapacitation with a gasp, "I don't remember anything." In that moment, Curt Hennig rescues Jericho from an injury. In the tumultuous world of wrestling, where danger lurks at every turn, heroes often emerge in the unlikeliest of places. Such was the case in a 1997 episode of WWF when Chris Jericho found himself on the brink of disaster. In a heated match against Curt, Mr. Perfect, Hennig, Jericho was poised for victory. His signature move, the Lionsault, loomed large as he prepared to deliver the final blow. Yet, fate had other plans. As Jericho soared through the air, his calculations faltered, and he found himself hurtling towards the mat head first. In a split second, his career hung in the balance. But in a stroke of brilliance, Curt Hennig intervened. With lightning reflexes, he raised his knees, intercepting Jericho mid-flight and averting catastrophe. Jericho's screams of panic echoed through the arena as he realized the gravity of the situation. In that moment, Hennig's quick thinking saved not only Jericho's career, but potentially his life. His actions exemplified the true spirit of a hero, stepping in when it mattered most to ensure the safety of his fellow wrestler. The Undertaker is the phenom. Here's why. These incredible moments prove why The Undertaker, also known as the Phenom, is one of the most legendary figures in the world of wrestling. For nearly 3 decades, The Undertaker has been a guiding force in the locker room. From the moment he first stepped into the ring, he captured the attention and respect of both fans and fellow wrestlers, alike with his undeniable charisma and presence. Let's rewind to a moment on SmackDown where Kurt Angle was wreaking havoc, unleashing his devastating Olympic slam left and right. The American badass version of The Undertaker had just been taken out by Angle, leaving chaos in his wake. As Angle prepared to deliver his signature move to the Big Show, a steel chair lay dangerously close to where Show would land. Had Angle executed the move as planned, Show could have faced severe injury and Angle, immense embarrassment, but in a blink-and-you'll-miss-it moment, The Undertaker, still reeling from his earlier encounter, subtly kicked the chair out of harm's way, sparing Show from potential agony. Jericho shoves a referee for Neville. In a bold move, Jericho confronted the referee, Charles Robinson, insisting that Neville was hurt and the match needed to be stopped. When his pleas fell on deaf ears, Jericho resorted to physically intervene. Jericho's actions saved Neville from exacerbating his injury, earning the gratitude of his fellow wrestler.
Styles thinks fast.
AJ Styles is known for his lightning-fast reflexes in the wrestling ring, but one particular moment showcased his quick thinking and saved his opponent from serious injury. During a match, AJ Styles was gearing up to finish off his opponent, James Ellsworth, with his signature move, the Styles Clash. Now, the Styles Clash might seem simple, but it's crucial for the opponent to tuck their chin in to avoid injury. Unfortunately, Ellsworth, maybe due to lack of experience or just bad luck, didn't get the memo. As AJ Styles was about to execute the move, he noticed that Ellsworth had tucked his chin, which could have resulted in a severe neck injury. But AJ Styles, being the wrestling genius he is, acted swiftly. In a split-second decision, he extended his knee to lessen the impact, preventing Ellsworth from potential harm. If AJ had hesitated even for a moment, Ellsworth could have ended up seriously injured. But thanks to AJ's quick reflexes and presence of mind, Ellsworth walked away from the match unscathed. King Corbin saves face for Ziggler. Now let's talk about another instance where a wrestler's quick thinking saved the day. Enter Baron Corbin, a towering figure in the ring with a reputation for being tough. During a match, Dolph Ziggler, known for his high-flying moves, found himself in a precarious position. He was about to leap off the steel steps, but unfortunately, he tripped. If he had fallen face first, it could have been a disaster. But Baron Corbin, ever the vigilant wrestler, sprang into action. He swiftly caught Ziggler mid-fall and smoothly transitioned into executing a move called the Deep Six, ensuring that Ziggler landed safely without injuring his face. Corbin's quick reflexes and attentiveness not only prevented a potential injury, but also demonstrated his commitment to the safety of his fellow wrestlers. Jericho whispers to the woods. Jeff Hardy, the enigma of the ring, known for his high-flying maneuvers and daredevil stunts. But Jeff's battles weren't just in the ring. He also struggled with addiction. One night in 2009, Jeff faced Chris Jericho, a seasoned competitor who knew Jeff wasn't in good shape. Rollins almost gets impaled on live TV. Now, onto a terrifying incident involving Seth Rollins, a member of The Shield. In 2014, during a heated feud, Rollins found himself in a dire situation. Locked inside a steel cage with his former ally Roman Reigns, Rollins was about to face a brutal assault from the Authority. As the cage descended, Rollins was inches away from being impaled by a metal spike. Roman's desperate cries alerted Kane, who pulled Rollins to safety just in time. It was a chilling moment that could have ended in tragedy, but thanks to Roman's quick thinking, Rollins was spared from a gruesome fate. These stories highlight the real-life heroism that often goes unnoticed in the world of professional wrestling. Whether it's Chris Jericho saving Jeff Hardy or King Corbin saves face for Ziggler, these moments remind us that, beyond the scripted drama, there's genuine care and camaraderie among the wrestlers. So, next time you watch a match, Remember the unsung heroes who keep their fellow wrestlers safe in the ring.